Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my first Q&A video to celebrate reaching 8,000 followers on Instagram, which is completely amazing. So thank you so much for the support and let's get into the questions. The first questions I got were about time management and if I had any tips or hacks to share. My first tip is to do one thing at a time. My to-do lists tend to be quite long because I break everything down into smaller steps and the look of it can be overwhelming. So what I found is that if I take a post-it and block off all of the other tasks so that only one is visible, I can concentrate fully on completing that task, and only when that task is fully done do I move on to the next task. My second tip is to block off your time. When I've got a lot to do and I'm really crunched for time, I like to make a to-do list and then divide up my day. Like on this day, I had a lot to do, so I decided when exactly I was going to do what. For example, I got up at 7, ate breakfast, and worked on my blog from 8 to 10. When time blocking, make sure you overestimate the time you think you'll need to complete the task so that you're not left panicking when things don't go exactly to plan. The next question was what I thought about the Dave Ramsey program, which is a financial program I'm taking part in, and I'm really loving it. The idea is you follow 7 baby steps to achieve financial peace in your life, including paying off all of your debts, saving for retirement, and paying off your mortgage early. I keep all of my financial stuff in my Erin Condren monthly planner, and I use the note pages in the back to work on the baby steps one at a time. The next questions I got were about my thesis, like how I chose the topic and how I stay motivated to work on it. So my master's thesis is about the 3 unforgivable curses in the Harry Potter books. I'm majoring in English literature and I chose the subject quite simply because I have always loved fantasy novels and I think you should be writing about something you love if at all possible. My thesis itself is about the magic of the 3 unforgivable curses and how the magic and the curses function within the book. And when it comes to staying motivated, I feel like it really comes down to good study habits. Motivation is a fickle friend and it's never really around when you need it to be, so I found that it works well for me if I rely more on my study habits, like working on my thesis for 3 to 4 hours each day, and then I'm free to do whatever. The following question I got was about my handwriting and if it had always been as uniform as it is now. My handwriting has always been quite neat and uniform, but it's definitely become much more uniform now that I'm writing every day. Whether it's writing notes for my thesis or writing in my bullet journal, the consistency of daily writing has really helped make it more uniform. The next questions I got were about planning, how I got into planning and how I discovered my planning style. And to answer that, I've been into planning and organising for as long as I can remember. I was that child, but it became an integral part of my daily routine when I started university. It became my lifeline in the final year of my bachelor degree because I had a massive workload. I had the lead role in the play my department was putting on. I was working on 4 committees. I had double the amount of classes and I was trying to have some kind of social life in between. So it was busy and I planned my way through. When it comes to my planning style, I would say it's really organically involved into a reflection of who I am. I know that sounds a bit airy-fairy, but I've always preferred simplicity in everything from my clothes to my stuff, so it's not really a shock that my planning style is so minimalistic. I think it's just how my brain works. Final question I got is about YouTube and if I would continue making videos. The answer to that is yes, of course I will. So that was my Q&A video. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!